Africa team, Prigo Studio Live 2020 GSL Season 3 Korea's Last Stand.
At last, GSL Kodas is back. We just wrapped up Chuseok, or Korean Thanksgiving out here, so we had a little break. We missed you guys, but we're back, and we're back with a kick-ass group.
Yeah, this group is ridiculous. I'm like surprised the group even exists, to be honest.
It's almost too good to be
group.
true. This is really exciting for this phase of the tournament to have this many good players. The crazy thing is only 2 are going to move on.
Yeah, this group literally, it has 6 GSL champions in a 4-man group. How does that even happen? Who knows?
Who knows? It's never been done before.
Yeah, it has 2 world champions. It has a runner-up. Like, yeah, I don't. It's crazy.
This is how good StarCraft 2 is now. RTS is a genre that ages like a wine, and not like all other games that age like milk. Not all other games, but you know, most of them.
They mostly do.
Mostly they do.
Well, they all do, but some turn into
drinking
cheese.
Fine wine, and there are people with the carton open drinking old milk.
Sour milk. It's messed up.
It's sour milk.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they go like this after they go, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
With just sour milk coming down their cheeks like that.
Oh, my teammates are why I lost again.
Oh, it's
just
my
sour
teammates'
milk
fault.
all over them.
Oh. Oh. It's all my teammates' fault.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what we have so far for the round of 8. We're gonna have TY versus DRG and Armani versus Zest. I'm especially excited about Armani versus Zest. Armani has been a background pro gamer for a long time in GSL. He's somebody who was there to be eliminated and then advance. So it's gonna be cool to see how he does this time. We have a video for Pilots. They're trying to burn our pro gamers down.
Dude, that was sick. I don't remember the ByuN ever being called the Wild Man, but other than that, that was super sick.
Artosis, that was you. You're the guy that came up with the Wild Man. You don't remember saying that all the time?
I truly don't.
Yeah. And calling his Reapers the Wild Men? You don't remember that?
Wild Man and his Wild Men. Whoa!
It's so sticky, I can't forget it. Okay, so we're going to go into our first match. Stats is here, and I think Stats is a player that everybody can admire, especially if you like conservative, neat play.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's going to perform today. I really don't know.
He was in the hospital lately. He was really sick basically, and it wasn't corona or anything, but he was quite sick. So I'm not sure how much he practiced. I don't know exactly how he feels today. But honestly, his PVT looked really good lately. I know that his PVZ was a bit weak. Let's not forget, I mean, he made it to the finals last season, okay? And yeah, Rogue smashed him, but Rogue was going to smash anybody he was up against in that finals.
Yeah, I think it didn't matter who he fought.
Yeah, so I'm actually, like, I think people are sleeping on Stats a little bit for the group.
They might be. I think it's also because some of the other players are, in some ways, a little bit more exciting. I mean, here's ByuN. ByuN is one of the players that is just so...
That's true.
He's got so much charisma. He had a very unique style of play. I mean, Blizzard basically had to redo the Reaper several times because ByuN was so dominant with it.
Yeah.
Again, one of the most beloved StarCraft players of all time. Did his military service. He's back now, and he's in the round of 16. He might be going to the round of 8 tonight.
Well, we'll see about that. Stats is the natural predator of ByuN. ByuN's aggressive plays generally hit the shield that is of ire.
I
and
like
thus
that.
are washed up upon thy beach. Okay?
But can thine shield defeat the wild man?
GSL을 위하여.
That is so funny. Everybody else did have some kind of nickname, so they just tried to sneak that one in, but they didn't get by us.
더욱 강하다. 아프리카 프린스 스태치 김대영.
Artosis is giggly today.
That's funny. It's just funny that the wild man and his wild men, you know?
Yeah.
변현우.
So I want to point out here, and this is kind of big picture for the group, but just coming from Stats' perspective, he's kind of going against 3 completely different crazy aggro players.
Well,
Maru,
yeah, no,
Parting, and ByuN,
totally.
It's like, all right, well, let's see
Yeah.
if you have the best defense in all of StarCraft. Assuming you're going to stick with the style we're used to, can you defend? You know, when like some of these, usually in Japanese games, but you get to the end and you have to fight each of the bosses over again in a sequence before you then fight the final boss.
Yeah.
That's what this is right now for Stats. He has to then beat all the bosses: the ByuN aggro boss, the Parting Cheese boss, the crazy dropping Maru boss.
Yeah, you know, the 4th race, the pervert Protoss, and
the wild man.
The wild man.
You know? Yeah. Is that what they call Parting the pervert Protoss?
Well, like, that's what he said in his interview, right? They were like, say something good about your race. He's like, oh, you have to play Protoss like a pervert. Like, you just have to make your opponent.
Was this done in English or in Korean?
This was on GSL. This was our translated interview for one of
I didn't catch
those
that
middle
part.
segments.
Okay.
It wasn't shown today, but he was like, yeah, you gotta play Protoss like a pervert. Like, you gotta just make your opponent angry with it.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I think that resonated with everyone on Earth of every race.
Yeah,
like when he said that,
oh, he's
like,
right.
Yeah, actually, you know what? This is why he's one of the best Protosses. Stats, on the other hand, not a pervert Protoss, an honorable, skillful Protoss.
Yes.
And
he's basically a Protoss player that was supposed to be a StarCraft 1 Terran player.
Yeah, it feels that way, doesn't it?
Very defensive.
Yeah, very, very handsome and smart.
Oh yeah, tall. Does a lot of push-ups.
I do wonder how he's going to play because, of course, he was sick lately. But honestly, the more I'm thinking about this group and its makeup, I actually think Stats is going to get out.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I'm leaning on Stats not getting out. I think the player I have the hardest time putting my finger on is actually ByuN. I'm not sure exactly where he's at in a group this tough.
I can't imagine ByuN getting out of this group.
Really?
I really can't. No. Like, ByuN is great. Don't get me wrong.
I actually think it's going to be Maru and Parting advancing if I had
Maru
to
and Parting. It's a reasonable guess. I think there's a decent chance it will actually be Parting and Stats.
Oh wow, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, I think that's actually a reasonable prediction there. And I know people are like really going hard on the Maru and ByuN right now. You know, they're just 2 of the best Terrans of all time. But honestly, like the way Stats has been playing as of last season up to now, like his PvT already looks really good. And then it's like, yeah, I could definitely see Parting killing him PvP. Yeah. Or I could see him also defending whatever the hell Parting's going to throw at him PvP and winning too, right? So that's almost like a coin flip in my mind. But I think he's favored against ByuN, and I think he's even against Maru. So I'm like, yeah, no, that's as good as I can say for anyone in this group. I think Stats can definitely make it out of here. And I've been a little bit down on Stats for the past year or so. I was not even feeling him making the finals last season, but I'm a believer again now.
I think for a while Stats was down on himself. I mean, he wasn't performing that well. We've had a couple, especially in the round of 24, players just get, who we never thought were going to lose early, get annihilated like right away.
Yeah,
and it's almost weird when they come back the next season like, oh yeah, it's Rogue. You know?
Yeah. He's one of those players for sure.
Oh, SOS, I remember you. You're that 2-time world champion guy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Also, guys, just while we're at the start of the show here, I want to remind everybody, we've had a schedule change that you guys might have missed out on. ASL will be on tomorrow. We've got a great ASL group. It's on the same YouTube channel you're watching us on now. Almost the same time, about 30 minutes later than when this show normally starts.
It's an insanely good group.
Yeah, do join us. It's going to be a very special day. We're catching up on studio work here since we had this small break for Chuseok here in Korea.
So let's take a look at this game, right? We've had a few Phoenixes popped out. There was like some cloaked Banshee ideas from ByuN, but it doesn't look like it's going to come to anything. Stats in the meantime is taking quite a quick third and is going into Colossus tech. And I really like it, honestly, off of 3 Phoenix. I think that that's a really good number. Sometimes when these people are going for, you know, 5 Phoenix, 6 Phoenix, I feel like that's like a little bit much. It's hard to actually afford anything else and have some bulk to your army. And on a nice, easily defensible third like this, yeah, I like this. I'm digging the way Stats is playing this. Oh, there's a 4th Phoenix. You've been no more. That's it. That's all I want to see, Stats.
Maybe he's the...
I've been talking you up all show already, man.
Colossi tech's coming out here now. This has been a pretty passive PvT for the most part. But, you know, I think the way that this game's going, it is going to be, even though this sort of fits the player types, these games usually end up with Terran trying to put some pressure on the Protoss as Terran takes a third. Oh, actually, big catch there.
Oh! Did you say he wasn't getting out of this group? Because I just saw him kill a Phoenix. I mean,
a Raven. Yeah. That was sick.
Whatever, some sort of bird he just killed.
Yeah, one of the birds died. But it was a Terran bird this time, too.
Dude, that's the most important unit in ByuN's army is that unit. Like, he's literally against a Colossus build. That's like the... Yeah. He may as well turn around. What's he doing?
Yeah, you can't disable anything now.
Why is he walking
I don't
across
even know why he's still moving. I think you're totally right.
He should just turn around. He should bring all these behind the minerals in his main base and make 3 bunkers there and hide his units in there because Stats is coming for him, okay? I don't know what ByuN's doing out on the map right now. This is crazy.
Yeah, that's a pretty unusual catch, to be honest. We don't ever really see the Raven get sniped.
It's pretty fast nowadays, you know? Like you're not it's not supposed to go down like that.
It's a very nimble unit, so you can usually maneuver it away into safety, but it seems like for a split second the Ravens gained range. Is what happened there.
Look at Stats just walk this army back and forth. He's like strutting his army right now, Tasteless.
Yeah. His army's like runway models going up and down.
Just completely ripped runway models.
Yes.
Oh my god. So strong. Look at those 2 shield batteries. Like eyes staring at ByuN, waiting for him to attack.
Are you kidding me? Those are the balls of the Nexus, Sardosis. Look at him, man.
That's where they keep the pee.
That's a boy Nexus right there. Can't you tell?
Oh God.
Oh.
Oh. All right.
That's so funny. Yeah.
Yep.
So we got the Warp Prism going to the main.
That's a speed prism. He doesn't even need speed. There's no turrets there.
Yeah, where's the disruptors inside? Big Warpin coming in over here. Now, this is going to pull the army back here of ByuN, which, by the way, was already in the middle of the map.
Yeah. I mean, if it was in 3 bunkers behind his mineral lines, I actually would have really helped here. So maybe that was a that was a smart thing I said. Bad joke earlier.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's doing a lot of damage. Look at that, 20 SCVs killed already. Oh my God, another warp in here at the
These
third.
are all barely going to finish too. Okay, this is actually doing so much damage. I'm worried that ByuN is going to get 2-0'd here. Like right now,
you think in one game he's getting 2-0'd? You're right, Tasteless.
That's how good he is. No, but I mean everything that's happened in this game. I mean, ByuN just looks a little bit weaker, you know. There's going to be a push here, which I think actually will force a liftoff on the third. I think we might just have GG.
Oh no, he's going to kill him.
Yeah,
right here.
I want to be wrong, but this just looks.
Well, stop being so right then, Tasteless. You want to be wrong.
Here we go. He's going to come in now.
Oh, man. I mean, he's got 4 Archons in here as well. Not the greatest, Mike, with that back Colossus. Okay, going to bring it up. The force field's not helping too much. SCV's being pulled up, but they are going to get smashed as well. Again, the Colossi not really firing on what it needs to, but I don't know that it matters that much.
Okay, this is just too much. He can actually march right on into the natural and basically execute ByuN here. Stats with perfect play. GG. He takes game 1, and ByuN, I'll tell you what, man, that is a rough loss in this group.
Yeah, no,
that will be coloring him for the rest of the series today.
He got smashed, Tasteless. He was tied down to the train tracks, and no one saved him.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what just happened there. Stats drove a train over his body.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Now that was
it was a very brutal game, honestly. I think one of our players has requested a break here.
It was very smoothly played by Stats. You know, he played a very nice, very strong game. He was solid the whole time. We're gonna go in Submarine.
Submarine.
Map number 2.
Does that mean the Marines can burrow? What does that mean?
It means below Marine.
Of course.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's the Marine that comes in when the main Marine can't do the work.
Ah.
Like the Marine gets coronavirus, he's got to take some time off. So let's
I
get
think
the
we call
submarine
that Scab Marine.
Scab Marine?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Submarine. All right, we're going to go into this game. It's counting down now, so that was a very short break.
Look at Stats right here. He's like falling asleep. He's like, oh
Yeah,
my
he's
God.
so bored of just killing Terrans.
I'm just so good. What?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's actually asleep. He's actually sleep gaming right now. Yeah, he's going to wake up screaming, "Where am I?"
They're like, you're in the winner's match. He's like, oh, thank God. Goes back to
I had
sleep.
a dream I was back in high school. Sorry.
GSL을 위하여.
Oh.
Africa Freeze. Stage.
Look at the minimap.
김대영.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a probe coming across.
Well, it could be a very early scout, or it could be the max packs. We'll see. Yeah, it looks like scout.
변현우.
Sometimes when we go into game, I don't know how many seconds the game's been going on. I get caught off guard when I see stuff in the middle of the map. You know?
Yeah. There is a variance to when we started, actually. But he sends it actually so quickly. ByuN's face actually looked a little bit unhappy when it appeared. He might have been planning something like walling himself in very quickly to hide what he was doing. But when you send a probe this early, you can't actually hide anything.
Yeah, you're sacrificing a little bit of economy, but then you're confirming. You're just eliminating one option for Terran to play here. And I think especially after that game, Stats kind of looked like he's just overall better.
Yeah, no, he looked really good.
And probably wanted to just ferret out any kind of cheese that might come in here.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if he feels pretty confident. And the thing is, I mean, maybe ByuN just had a little bit of an off game, but Stats has been looking really good in this matchup. So, you know, I think he should be pretty confident overall. All right, so goes core into Nexus here. Stats gonna try to harass this lightly. Get that a little bit later, that command. But the command goes up in the main base. So I guess the probe... Well, this is kind of interesting, right? Because he's going to lose a probe, and he's not going to see a Nexus here. So then you got to wonder, right? Like, ByuN is hiding what he's doing.
The command center there, yeah.
You do wonder there, right? Like, is ByuN doing some sort of cheesy play, or is he just building the command center somewhere else? So we might see Stats play a bit more defensively because of that.
But I think that's what he's probably most comfortable doing anyways, you know? He is. Honestly, if you want to get better as a ladder player, guys, I think Stats, if you're Protoss, I mean, Stats is probably the best player to copy.
Yes, he is.
You know, I mean, like, I know that Parting's probably the most exciting, and you guys probably love ruining the ladder for everybody for a week after Parting does a build, but really, honestly, I think Stats is the guy that, like, if you want to get really good and
beat... You want long-term skill gain.
Yeah.
He's the man.
Yeah. I think you study Stats first, and then when you've graduated from Stats school, then you're allowed to take a...
But tasteless.
Extra credits in Parting.
I like to be a barcode and cheese everyone. It's the same amount of skill. No, sorry, it's not. Look, he's canceled. No, this is an ongoing argument that I see on the internet, and I'm just like, what? Anyways, it looks like he might... No, it's going to shade out of there. All right, nice save. But he canceled his warp gate to get the Stargate up a little bit quicker. And it looks like he pretty much knows what's going on with that Adept.
So the Adept is going to be back over here. I don't know what HP the Hellions at. I think it's also in the orange here. They're both Halloween units.
Oh, it's perfect.
Yeah.
We're in October.
You realize, actually, by the way, this is going to be our first Halloween in Korea because there's no BlizzCon.
That's right.
We're going to get to celebrate Halloween.
I know. It's weird.
We're going to get to wear costumes. We never get, you know, BlizzCon right around the same time.
What are you going to be?
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question.
You should be Artosis.
Okay, but you should be Tasteless then.
Well, I'm being a dinosaur. I already have my costume.
Yeah. No, we're going to get to celebrate Halloween. Thank God for that global pandemic. This is great.
Yeah.
No, this is going to be a lot of fun, Artosis.
Oh, I can't wait. We actually, we have that day off.
We have that day off too?
Yeah.
Ooh.
There's no, it's a Saturday, and there's no GSL that was Saturday.
All right. Did I ever tell you about the time I went in, this is like a couple years ago, I went as Abraham Lincoln for Halloween.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and then I got in a fight with my girlfriend. We got in an argument on the train.
Yeah.
And then she marched off that was not at our stop, so I was alone on the train dressed as Abraham Lincoln, kind of drunk, and I was also the only person dressed up for Halloween because a lot of Koreans don't celebrate it.
Standard foreigner right there.
Yeah, that was just, and I had to do my march back home with my cane that I wouldn't use as like an actual walking cane. It was a rough night.
Sorry to hear it, Tasteless.
No, it's a good story. So the Terran's going to push up now. Now remember, we saw the Raven actually get sniped.
Yeah, and it's not going to this time, but the thing is that move out was pretty quick, and I don't think ByuN was ever going to do anything with that. That was kind of the, hey, like make a shield battery or something like that move out, you know? Where it looks scary, but really it's not. And in fact, we did see Stats make an Immortal off of it, right? And that's something we didn't see last game. So it's the same build other than that from Stats. So now, you know, he has this Immortal now, which is not, it's not bad to have an Immortal. Immortal is a good unit.
Oh, is he going to, I thought he might try to snipe the tank. Yeah, no, an Immortal is actually perfectly fine unit to have. It might not be ideal, but I don't know that forcing that out is going to actually help you that much.
You know, it'll slow down Colossus #1. It'll slow down Colossus #2. That's about it. But of course, the Immortal does add its own bit of firepower there. We'll see though. Like, is ByuN going to try to do that Raven move out that we saw in the previous game?
By the way, good pickoffs there. 4 kills on the SCVs.
Yeah, not too bad.
So yeah, now we wait. A lot more gates coming in here. Again, everything tempo-wise, this looks like what PBT looks like in pretty much every game right now. As far as expansions go, oh, Stats, you're crazy.
He wants that Raven again.
Yeah.
He knows that that is the key to victory.
Yeah, he's just trying to impress us now.
Just runs those all and loses them all. I'm like,
just a throwback.
Oh wow,
right there.
he's terrible. I'm so sorry. Like, last game was pure luck.
Okay, the first Colossus is out, and the second one is being chrono boosted out here.
Honestly, I like how Stats is doing this, man. Look
This push actually could be pretty deadly here. He's going to try to use the Phoenixes to keep Terran back, and he will get a decent number of kills here. I don't know. We're going to find out if that Forced Immortal actually is a factor here or not.
Well, he's going to have the 2 Colossi out when this gets there. And there's a Raven, though, that has a couple disables that he has not been able to pick off. You notice that ByuN is being a lot more careful with it.
So he wants to be out in the front here so that when this gets disabled, he can run back. Nice snipe.
Yeah, he has plenty of force fields here, though. So, I think the timing on those force fields was actually a little bit wrong. You want a force field after they disable, because that's the only way to buy time for your for the disable to run off.
So this push is looking very strong. He has disabled one of the Colossi. I think the next one's about to be disabled here. He needs to run. Oh my God! It's a glitch in the Matrix.
Yeah, that's
Deja vu.
painful. And now he engages when the disable runs out.
Okay, ByuN is going to get rolled, I think, here.
Yeah, he's going to lose.
Well, actually, the tank is still doing some damage. I don't think that he can advance on this, though.
No,
I think that from here, it's like you should probably pack it up and go home. And that is what ByuN will do.
Yeah, he didn't really get much done there, to be honest. It looks good for Stats once again.
Yeah, Stats bopped that pretty badly.
But ByuN is he's not dead. It's not dead.
No, but I think there's going to be an opportunity for a Protoss to do a counter push here as the third finishes.
Well, he has his charge. He's getting a Prism right now. We'll see if he gets that Prism speed that we saw in the previous game. Yeah, there it is. So it looks like Stats just has his new build for this matchup.
So we have the push coming down now. Now, I don't know if he's going to just try to go right into this. I don't think that would be worthwhile. I mean, it might still work, but it just seems like that's almost too ambitious. But I think he waits and tries to see, is a third going to get set up here? Is there going to be a weak spot? And I like the addition of the Disruptor, along with the Warp Prism speed, and this seems to be something that really is just now in the meta, is because the Disruptor And stay with me as I say this, because I think a lot of people sometimes think of a Colossus like it's supposed to be sort of like a siege tank. It really isn't. It's like a splash damage unit with a certain amount of range. But really, the Disruptor gets to be like a super siege tank here. And you can start to shoot the Disruptor in there and take... it kind of forces the Terran to dive into you or run. Terran can't just sit back in a static fashion.
It's
you know what I'm saying?
It's kind of a zoning tool. It's actually like... I almost feel like it's more closely related to a Liberator than a lot of other units.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Not exactly, but there's like...
It's
in many ways, it functions like a Liberator. You know you're not supposed to fight under a Liberation Zone. That's like an old rule.
Yeah.
And then with Disruptors, it's like, well, you can't really attack into Disruptors. The situation has to be just right to be able to do that, you know?
So, I don't know, but I think Protoss will probably, as the Disruptor comes in with the Warp Prism, we're probably going to see that used. Oh, no, it's going to be used to harass? No, he's going to fly this into the main. Okay, so we're going to have a multi-pronged attack coming up here. By the way, Protoss should be expanding to 12 o'clock in a second.
This is beautiful play from
this
Sats.
is a good
He's
moment
really
to attack
set
it
this up
now.
nicely.
Yeah, Terran definitely needs to be respected there. But let's look at these Zealots that are coming through here.
Oh, man.
That was right when the siege tanks were forced to siege up. And I think we're going to see a lot more Warpins here. Now, this is a lot of different locations to try to defend. Oh, no. ByuN loses almost all of the Vikings.
Yeah, they are
Wow.
just going down. There's so much damage
The
being
Vikings
dealt.
are there to try to pick off the Colossi. And I don't think he even lost any Colossi there, right? Yeah, he still has all three. One is fairly damaged.
Well, the Prism is finally going to be chased out, but he lost 24 SCVs. Look at that SCV count, 31. They have the same army supply, but honestly, looking at this army for stats, 3 Colossi, 5 Disruptors.
Dude, he just
That is like not something you can break
He
easily.
just got Zoro'd.
Sorry.
He just got
a big S on his chest.
A big S on his chest, yeah, exactly. Like, that was pretty brutal. And the thing is, he came in there, carved up stats, and then stats has not really been touched at all.
No. You know, maybe instead of a big S, he just puts 2-0, because those are his stats in this match.
I like that.
It's like the game's not over, it's not 2-0 yet.
Well, again, more SCVs are being picked up. I think this is going to force Terran to try to just take a fight. And maybe it works. I mean, ByuN is known for having very good control, but I would say today his control seems to be a bit lacking. Okay, he's going to come in now. Stalker's going to blink forward. Disruptor shots. Actually, a Disruptor targeted down before it can actually connect. And I got to say, that actually went about as well as it could have for ByuN, but can you actually advance from this position? I don't think so.
No.
Oh, no.
Did the command center die?
I think it actually got killed.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Well, if that's the case.
ByuN is dead.
Yeah.
He's dead,
it definitely
guys.
looks that way. We have 4 Disruptors, 4 Archons, 3 Colossi still alive. It's a scary army for stats. He's built into something very frightening here. Yeah, that army is not going to be able to hold on against this. I'm surprised he doesn't just attack.
Yeah,
in.
I'm surprised he doesn't just come and clobber
He could
this army.
save that Nexus, but maybe he's just like, okay, the only way I could lose is losing my army here.
Look at these Zealots. He's got to make some use out of them. I think he's going to try to catch this as it tries to return. There's actually not quite enough medevacs to pick everything up.
Yeah, here he goes. Going to jump in on top of everything here.
Yeah.
The tanks are unsieged. ByuN trying to micro his best here.
Yeah,
But this army is so frightening.
This is sadness, stutter step micro. You're like, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Whoa!
Even the Disruptor's hitting.
GG.
Ouch. Stats with a pretty dominating performance there against ByuN. Of course, ByuN is not out as of yet. Honestly, this is the hardest match for ByuN in the group, everyone. Like, I know that ByuN has a lot of fans out there, but like I mentioned at the beginning, Stats is the natural predator of him. ByuN is generally a very aggressive micro-based Protoss.
I like that.
Terran.
Natural predator. That's very good.
He is. He's the counter to ByuN. Like, back when before ByuN went to the military, we used to talk about that all the time, where it's like, Stats absorbs early attacks. It's like what he does. You have to play a longer, more macro-oriented game against Stats if you want to win, with a bigger, later push. And that's not really what ByuN's strength is. I think actually ByuN will have a much better shot against parting, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I'm not counting ByuN out of the group. Like I said, I think it might be the Protoss at advance, but Stats looking hot tonight.
No matter the place, no matter the time, we're sending the vibes cause the music unites. Keep it aside, yeah we loving the ride. And take it as ride cause we here to preside. Manifest the best when we put it to test. We always come back to rest when we open our chest. Manifest our destinies, releasing all the best of me.